Hi, hello, how's it going? This is Ronaldo Hernandez, and I want to talk to you today about me being on my second day of my dry fast. So I'm aiming for at least 3 days, and right now I'm actually kind of hungry. I'm already kind of lean, so it's a little hard to, you know, fast. However, I'm confident that I will be able to make it till tomorrow, which will be my third day. And it's not gonna be 72 hours exact. It'll be like around 69 hours because I got like a schedule, and I don't really have another time to eat after that. Well, more to be honest, it's more because it's not really optimal to eat at night. It's more optimal to eat during the day, middle of the day, or in the morning. So you know, I like to eat in the morning because during the day I don't really have time to eat. So I'm gonna break it at 69 hours. I mean, it's all good, because I'm a, you know, I'm going to prepare again for another fast. So I'm probably gonna, eat like a bunch of calories the next few days. So, I'm still keeping a fasting lifestyle. So that'll be like one meal a day. And whole goal right now is just to heal, recover. So I'm gonna gain this weight, gain this fat. So then I can fast again, for another two, three, well, most actually 3 or more days, depending how much weight I gain and depending how fast the scale drops. Because during these fasts, actually not even these fasts, like every day, I always weigh myself. I weigh myself where I'm at. So when I'm fasting, I try to see how much my weight drops. And today it dropped like about like 4 pounds. I was 158 yesterday. I'm now 154 today. So tomorrow, I hope I'm like at least at 151, 150, and I try not to let it drop below that too much because then, I mean, your cortisol level gets really high when you like fasting for like a long period of time, and it gets even higher when you're already lean. You don't have so much fat to live off of. So I really do want to avoid that because last time I did that, I couldn't sleep like the whole day, man. Like it was hard. Like I was up the whole night, and it wasn't really so much that I was hungry. It was more like mentally, I was just like just stressed out, man. Like I just couldn't sleep. You know, my head was like everywhere. It was like thinking about all the things that like you could say kind of anxious me, worries me, and you know, next, on the weekends, I do like a yoga teacher training program, and I work throughout the week depending on my hours. So, that's not very good for me to go through that kind of situation because, first of all, man, you need to sleep. You need to get at least 7 hours. Sleep is important. And on top of that, I need it more, in the current state that I'm in because, when you sleep, you recover. Your body rebuilds, you know, and kind of like get you ready for the next day. So if I'm not getting my sleep, I mean, I'm about to feel it tomorrow. So I try to do it carefully. I try to plan out my days, my fasting days, and yeah. I also did some research about how fasting could heal my nerve damage, and so they conducted a study on like lab rats, lab mice, whatever, and they found out that when they put them on a food restricted diet, basically meaning they got them fasting, they weren't eating for like a certain like at least 48 hours. They noticed that there's these kind of like proteins, mTOR proteins that kind of increase every time you feed your body. And so when you're nutrient deprived or when you're not eating, those levels go down. And when those levels go down, the level of autophagy increases, you know. And a number of other things kind of happen too, but that's like the main thing because that's like the mTOR protein is like what inhibits autophagy. And so when that's up, that's mostly up when you're eating, but when that's down, when you're fasting, especially when you're fasting for like a long period of time, the autophagy levels go even higher. So, that just proves how, fasting could prove um, how one could heal themselves, especially, well, more um, in this context, I heal myself of nerve damage, of neurodegeneration. So what I have again is I have snapping tricep syndrome or cubital tunnel syndrome. And in my case, every time I bend my arms past 90 degrees, there's like a snapping that occurs on my medial epicondyle, which is like the inside bone of your arm. It's like your funny bone, you could say. That's what I hear a term for it, sometimes called, or I hear a term that's referred to as sometimes. And when that happens, the nerve is getting compressed. It's getting compressed, and when you compress a nerve for a long periods of time, or whatever, or under heavy loads, you like break it down. You obviously damaging it. You're hurting it. And I also researched that like uh, when a nerve gets compressed, that also correlates to like inflammation levels being high. Because when you're kind of like injured, when you're in pain, a lot of it's just inflammation in your body, in that area specifically. That's like at a crazy level, which causing you pain, causing you discomfort. And so not only that, so shit, my fault. I'm new at this, man. So fuck it. You know, shit, this is my first few YouTube videos. I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't even know if I got any views, but if anybody watching it, my fault, man. I'm new at this. I'm getting better, which is why I'm doing this. But yeah, so I did a lot of research about lowering inflammation. I even went on a keto diet. That really helped. That helped more with like treating the pain, but it wasn't really helping on like actually recovering from the pain, like healing it. It was more like, okay, pain levels are down because most of the time inflammation, it lives off sugar, and I also noticed it kind of lives off glucose. It's kind of like some kind of correlation, you know, like those foods mostly kind of like feed that inflammation. So being on a high fat diet, um, it's more because I believe it's the ketosis, acidic ketosis. Like that's something I should research next. But even I found like an article saying that like ketogenic diets are a way to treat pain levels for uh, neuropathy patients. So I'm gonna make another video on that next time. But for right now, this is how I'm treating sapien tricep syndrome. Um, Not only am I doing this through diet and fasting, well, actually not even diet no more because every time I eat now, I eat carbohydrates. But I keep sugar very low, very low. I keep it under, as of right now, a good sign for me is like being under like 80 grams of sugar. That doesn't cause me no inflammation, no pain. And gluten also causes me inflammation, so I took that out of my diet. For some reason, every time I eat gluten, I feel like it's stabbing me in the stomach. It messes me up inside. And I also noticed that it like gets me sick. Like the second I eat oatmeal, well, let me be more specific. I did like a 2 or 3 day fast the last couple weeks, and then I like at the time I was like reintroducing carbs because I was on keto most of the time. But the thing is that when you're on keto for a long time and you're fasting, like your energy levels are so high, and I couldn't even sleep, man. Like I was up the whole night every day basically because like being in the state of ketosis, like it kind of gives you all this energy, and at a point it kind of makes you kind of catabolic, which is like your body's always breaking down. It's not really like suitable for you to be in ketosis like all the time. Trust me, I've done it. So when I started reintroducing carbs, I was like, man, I want to try out oatmeal because I loved oatmeal. I used to eat oatmeal, in the past, but I stopped eating it once I went on a keto diet, and I was on that diet for like 3 months. But anyways, I reintroduced it, and the second I ate it, man, I felt like, I felt these stomach pains, and I got sick. Like immediately, I got sick. So I kind of learned all this from like fasted too. Like you like get more aware of your body when you're like, and you're not eating anything, and once you eat something, you really feel what it does to you. Like it's either good or bad. So I've been experimenting with foods, and obviously gluten doesn't help. Sugar, that's like a big no-no. It's okay to eat it moderately, but I suggest you eat, low levels of sugar, especially if you have like pain like this, like, kind of condition that like it's involved with like inflammation, high inflammation. So there's that. Um, Also, what keeps inflammation down is not eating multiple times a day. I also looked into this too. Like every time you eat, your insulin levels goes up, and when that goes up, like something else is being triggered, and like your inflammation levels are also being activated, and they go even higher. So when you fast, everything is low, insulin is low, inflammation is low, and that's a good thing because you're less you're more pain free. You're not dealing with all the pain. But when you eat, that those levels kind of rise up again. But if you're fasting, you don't really have to worry about it because it's gonna go down eventually. It was in like a few hours after you've eaten. So those are like the ways how I've been treating this condition. And I'll make another video about this, but I'm gonna kind of get into like the routine that I do to rehab myself, like physically. Um, for right now, I feel like I made this video too long. Let me know if you have any questions, if anybody is interested in this. Um, I know I was all over the place today, but if I get more feedback on this, like I start making them more organized or whatever. As of right now, I just want to keep making videos until hopefully, not even hopefully, until like I get people messaging me about like how my treating is, what's the kind of program I'm doing, kind of exercise I'm doing, how many calories I'm eating, my macros, how I'm checking out on my weight, what kind of strategies I'm taking for fasting routines, to heal my condition, this and that. So thank you for tuning in, and this is a fast life.